Welcome back, and what a delight to have back in the studio with us Jason and Jessi Licato, Rogue Valley Mobile Pack. Now, what is that? Well, that's what we're going to find out about because we're well underway. And how are you both? Good to see you.
Doing well. Doing
all
good.
right. First of all, if people don't know what Mobile Pack is, what's Mobile Pack?
So the Rogue Valley Mobile Pack is basically our community coming together we're going to hand pack 100,000 meals for kids overseas. And
really?
Yeah, so it takes about 600 people, so it's quite the project. And but it's a community event. That's really what it is.
And when's that going to take place?
So the event is November 19th,
yeah.
So the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
So you'll be packing up all of these. Now, you got a big event coming up tomorrow. What is that, Jessi?
It's where we're just going to basically just kind of talk more in detail about what we're going to be doing. So we're just going to meet at City Life and kind of just talk more about what exactly we're going to be doing in November.
If people want to get involved, that would be the meeting to come to. And that'll be tomorrow night at City Life, which is downtown Medford, or well, where Youth for Christ is and Hearts with a Mission in the building there. So what's in these packs?
So basically, they're called manna packs, which is really cool. And but basically, there's kind of 4 components. There's rice, there's protein, there's dried vegetables, and then there's a vitamin mix. And
wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of a scientifically created meal specifically for malnourished children and just people who basically need the protein and the nutrients.
Where'd this come about? How'd this all come up?
Really, it's honestly Jessi's heart. She's been looking into it for a couple years now and wanting to figure out a way to make a difference, and so she kind of
how'd that happen?
I heard about it, and I've always just wanted to go overseas and do mission work, and just, one thing or another has stopped me, but now it's just something I just have in me that I just want to do, but this is something that's more tangible that we can do here and send it, and that just was really appealing to me. And then the fact that the kids can do it too, children 5 and up can do it, and that's exciting for me to have families kind of come and just serve together. And so that was kind of something that
this is really exciting. So you obviously selected where the food and the items are coming from. You got that range, so you obviously need some finances for that. How big of a financial problem or project is it, or problem?
Yeah. Well, it's
challenge. Let's use that word.
Yeah. So each meal just costs 22 cents. So we're doing 100,000 meals. So our fundraiser is $22,000, and that pays for all the raw product, all the rice, everything. Yep, $22,000. We're actually going to be doing a little bit more than 100,000 meals, but it just keeps the number simple if we say 100,000. So $22,000.
All right, so they can go to rvmobilepack.com to contribute.
Yep. Okay,
rvmobilepack.com. There's the cameras. rvmobilepack.com. Now, let's move ahead. You're going to have one day, and you have all these items in a big building somewhere, and everybody's going to pack them. Is that the deal?
That's the deal, yeah. So we finalized kind of the details where our event will be at. We're actually going to be at First Baptist Church, or Grace Christian, some people know that, and in their gymnasium there. And there'll be 3 or 4 sessions that people show up to, and you volunteer for 2 hours. So you show up for 2 hours, you blitz. It's basically you just hand pack as many meals. I mean, it's all really finely coordinated and finely tuned. But so you're not there all day. So people just volunteer for a couple hours.
All right. So people want to, maybe make it a church project. They, again, go to RV Mobile Pack or show up at the meeting tomorrow night.
The meeting tomorrow night, or just call us, connect with us online, on our Facebook page or whatever.
All right, I can't think of a greater thing, especially during the Thanksgiving season. So get a hold of them, rvmobilepack.com. And if you are interested in being a part of it, you may want to show up tomorrow night. What time?
6 o'clock. 6 to 7.
And that'll be at the City Life Center, which is the headquarters of Youth for Christ and Hearts with a Mission. Most people knows where that is, right across the street from Kids Unlimited. You'll see it there. Show up at 6 and you'll learn more about it. All right, so let's fast forward. You get 100,000 packs. Where are they going?
So they go to about 70 different countries. So Feed My Starving Children, that's the parent nonprofit that we're partnering with, and they work with local organizations in about 70 different countries, primarily Haiti and the Philippines right now, because that's just simply where the need is greatest. But
It's got to be pretty fulfilling. You're this far along.
It is.
Yeah, and these are all non-perishables. They get in there. They're ready to go. And how are they distributed at the other end?
So they partner with other nonprofits or mission groups or NGOs that they've vetted and that they've gone and kind of researched and made sure that they're kind of a legit operation, that they've been there for a while, and then they distribute the food to them, and then they get reports. What's really neat about this is that about a month or two down the road, we'll all get a report on where our food that we hand-packed went.
Really?
So anybody that participates will get an update about a month and a half down the road, and you'll get to hear where our food went, which is really cool.
All right, so how do you space this between now and November? What's your agenda between now and November?
So you can talk about the one family, one child, if you want.
Yeah, we kind of had this idea that it'd be kind of neat to just have your family at home kind of just think that as a family you can support one child. Granted, you're not going to know exactly what child that is, but it doesn't matter. And $80 will feed a child for a whole year. And so maybe if a family could get together and just pick the couches or find their money and just know that $80 can support one child for a whole year, and that could be just your family's giving.
What a great commitment.
And
so one family, $80 for the whole year. So if you can raise that between, excuse me, now and November.
Yep.
And wow, that's pretty significant. Again, if you're thinking and praying about that, go to rvmobilepack.com. And the overall financial goal is what? I mean, you got other things besides the meals. I mean, you're talking $23,000 for the meals.
Right.
What else is going on here?
Well, we'd like to do, one of the things we're working on is a 2017 calendar. So businesses can sponsor months in that, but it's about $1,500 to underwrite the calendar, and if there's a business out there that would like to do that, you'll get 12 months of advertising on that. But that's one of the things we're excited about, is trying to instill this for the future years to come, and so every year produce a calendar and yeah, so it just keeps it on people's minds and hearts.
So how's it going? How's the response been so far?
It's been really good. Yeah, we're about 25, a little over 25% funded so far, and a lot of it's just been word of mouth, and then coming on here, and it's really been just one person at a time. We did a $33 donation campaign, and so we have, I don't know, probably like 40 or 50 different people that have got involved. So it's really exciting to just see more people.
I just can't believe that one pack is what, 23 cents?
Yeah, so each meal is 22 cents. Yeah, so it's
really not too bad. Actually, we tasted it, and it's actually pretty tasty. Kind of tasted like chicken noodle soup in a way.
Yeah.
Rice. So it's.
So they get that. That's one meal, and then $80 feeds them for a year.
Yep, $80 will feed a child for a year.
Isn't that amazing?
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
And it's not just rice. It's actually substance,
protein,
it's actually protein
and nutrition. Yeah.
So.
I would assume the food suppliers are pretty interested in helping,
right,
on how you do this.
Yeah. So, well, the best resource would probably go to fmsc.org. That's the Feed My Starving Children website, and I mean, they've been doing it for 30 years, and they've really perfected how to move the food around in a very economic way to keep. I mean, because the 22 cents isn't just the product. I mean, it's getting the food to us and back, and I mean, it's really it's. But the way it works is that it's volunteer driven. So there's not a lot of overhead. So 92 cents of every dollar goes to food. And that's because it's a volunteer-driven organization. So you're not paying CEOs tons of money, and you're not paying employees tons of money. Yeah, and all of that, actually, if people that are listening are concerned about where the money is going and things like that, they're in the top 1% of all nonprofits in America, rated by Charity Navigator, which is the biggest watchdog out there. So I encourage people to look into that if you're at all worried about where your money is going. But it's not just your money, because you're giving, but you're also getting to actually do the work. That's what we're excited about.
The other big question that comes out of this is, how big is the need worldwide? I don't think, we live in America, we have 50 varieties of things on the shelf, so we can't we can't somehow equate 22 cents feeding somebody for a day.
Right.
How big is this?
The need is huge. So right now, World Health Organization estimates that kids under 5 years old, 0 to 5, about 6,200 kids every day die simply of starvation. So not because they have diseases, I'm sure there's parts of that, you know, because of malnutrition, but 6,200 kids around the world under the age of 5. So that's not including a huge number of kids above that and people above that die every day simply because they starve to death, that they just don't have the food. And most of us can't even comprehend starving at all, but then let alone starving to death where you actually die of not having food. So
unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's still huge, but people are getting involved and waking up to this and recognizing that it's just not okay. You know, it doesn't matter what you believe, what faith background you have, or what business you're in, but you know, kids dying is not okay.
Well, Jessi, I want to say thanks for following your heart.
Oh,
and from the time you started this to how long has this been now? From
maybe a couple years that I first heard about it, and so yeah, it's just, I mean, the Lord's just been doing it. It's just, you know, it's just kind of fun to see.
I hope someday that you'll be able to go to one of the distribution centers, you know, wherever it may be, and be there and to see this actually handed to a child, you know, would be the complete of your heart there. All right, let me say to our viewers and listeners a couple things. Tomorrow night is a info meeting, and they're going to be using the facilities there at the City Life Center, which is really the headquarters of Hearts with a Mission and Youth for Christ, kind of across the street there from Children Unlimited. And that would be a good time to go and just learn about what's coming up in November, whether or not you or your organization or your church or youth group, whatever, can get involved. Also, I can't think of a more fun thing to do than have a bunch of people doing 2-hour shifts packing all these things on November 19th?
November 19th.
That's going to be a big deal. We'll be there with our cameras for sure, but you just got to be a part of this incredible effort. And the goal is at least 100,000, maybe more.
Yeah.
And if you and your family want to pray about becoming a sponsor for a year for one child, it's $80. Can you imagine feeding a child for a year for $80? That's not even 2-week budget in America, you know. So think about that if you want to be a part of it. Thank you both.
Absolutely.
Okay. Again, rvmobilepack.com is the website. rvmobilepack.com. Thank you both.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you next time on Focus Today.
I'm Paulina Leiser, producer of Focus Today. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to check our other videos at theDove.us.